Well, I'm on the porch. You know what that means. Welcome to Sonia Silly Senior Stuff. Except today it's not going to be so silly. I just wanted to talk about some things. The enemy always takes, and by the enemy I mean the devil, he takes the good things of God and he corrupts them. He corrupts them and turns it into evil. So who's to say that Christians can't take something evil and turn it into good? Yes, where I'm going with this is Halloween. So here's the deal. The world, and I realize that Halloween is the highest satanic day of worship, blah, 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 blah. I get that. And I get that people don't want to participate in Halloween. But I was raised on a farm, and we had, not very often, but, at harvest time, which is in October and November, you have you celebrate harvest. You celebrate the gathering in of the wheat and the corn and all those things, because that's when things are plentiful from the fields. Maybe not the gardens in northern areas, but that's when things are plentiful from the fields. That's when you put your wheat in storage. That's when you put your corn in storage. And your soybeans, that's when you harvest. And so you have a harvest party. So last night at our church, the Warehouse Church, we had a fun fall festival. Now, we had it for the kids, and kids need a safe place to be able to come. And while we're not of the world, we have to live in the world, but we're not of the world. And so kids need a safe place to come and do games and an alternative to going out and doing the trick-or-treating. So that's what our church did. We had a fall festival, and we invited the neighborhood kids, and we had a fabulous time, and that's the reason I look the way I look today, because we had a fabulous time. And when you work at something like that, when you're 66, you're tired the next day. So anyway, what we try to do is take the evil and wash it with the blood of Christ and make it good. And so last night, I don't know how many kids we had. I know that we did a lot of popcorn, a lot of funnel cakes, a lot of hot dogs, a lot of cotton candy, a lot of bounce house, a lot of games, a lot of candy was given away. We did face painting. And these kids had a good time. And we made connections with these people. And we have gotten people in our neighborhood to know where we are. So where do you think they're going to go when they have a problem or they need help? They're going to come to us, hopefully. And so for those of you who feel that churches should not have fall festivals, that we're all satanic, blah, 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 I would ask you to rethink that. I would ask you to look at it and maybe reevaluate your thinking. But we had a great time. I love my church. We fed a lot of kids, and they all had fun. They had games. Most of the people that had games dressed up, and there were no satanic dressing, none of that. It was all good, clean fun. So thank you, warehouse workers. I appreciate you. I love you. And for those of you who think that we're just going to go straight to hell in a handbasket, I would ask you to pray about that and see what God thinks. So you guys have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.